Nearly 70% of young Afrikaners are now concentrated in 10% of the territory that makes up the country of South Africa. In fact, the data shows that Afrikaners, and especially young Afrikaners, are now almost exclusively concentrated in just 2 provinces, meaning that 7 of South Africa's 9 provinces now have virtually no young Afrikaners left. But contrary to what you may think this suggests, the country isn't actually running out of Afrikaners, or the numbers of Afrikaners are not declining. Afrikaners are simply heavily, and I do mean really heavily, concentrating demographically, naturally. Young Afrikaner families are moving. Some are indeed moving abroad, but not the majority. Some have already opted to take up refugee status in the United States, and many, many more have already immigrated to go to work in places such as the United States or the UK, Australia or New Zealand. But what often gets overlooked is where the young Afrikaner families are moving to inside South Africa. Because answering the question of where the Afrikaner children are and where they are going to school is far more significant for the future of our people than the minority that is migrating abroad or taking up refugee status in America. Because ultimately, where the children are, there lies the future of our people. In a number of videos we've made on this channel in the recent past, we've highlighted how many Afrikaners have already moved abroad, yet how we have decided to stay, even in this failed state that is contemporary South Africa. And while we have uncovered demographic-related topics in the past, one thing we never extensively have explored is where exactly is the future of the Afrikaner people, our children, and where they find themselves. While we do, of course, lament the fact that many of our kinsmen have moved abroad, we have to face the hard reality that the children born to Afrikaner parents or to children who grow up in Afrikaner expat homes will eventually gradually leave their culture behind and integrate into the culture and identity of their new host country, mostly in the Western world. So, the reality is that for anyone who is serious about the future of the Afrikaner people as a people, a decisive question nobody ever seems to address is this question: where is the future of this people? Where are the children? Now, first off, we have to face the hard reality that the Afrikaner people, like all Western nations, face one central demographic dilemma. We simply do not have enough children. On the one hand, there is a silver lining that we are still slightly better off than most European countries, where populations have already started to collapse completely. Take Italy, for example, where the native Italian population is now declining at a rate of 300,000 people per year, or just under 1,000 people every single day. What this means is that by 2030 there will be more than 1 million Italians fewer than there are today. As the Afrikaners, we haven't yet reached that level of natural decline, but the reality is that we're only slightly better off. The most immediate factor concerning the future of our people as a people or a nation in particular is migration trends. And not just international migration trends, local migration trends. In this regard, the latest school data highlights an astonishing phenomenon. Despite the fact that there are over 500,000 Afrikaner school children in this country, quite a large number in fact, more than 70% of this over 500,000 school children are concentrated in just 2 of the country's 9 provinces. What this highlights is that young Afrikaner families, those who have children that are school-going age, are extremely heavily concentrated and increasingly concentrating in Gauteng and in the Western Cape. And what this means is that the vast majority of the total area of this country now has virtually no young Afrikaners to speak of. According to the most recent reports on the state of the Afrikaans basic education, the number of Afrikaans schools, both Afrikaans medium as well as parallel medium schools, has drastically declined in this country. At the same time, the Afrikaans schools which are still there are absolutely exploding in numbers and can't find enough space for all the children. And particularly in places like Gauteng and specifically in Pretoria, they are almost at the point where they have become unable to keep up with the rapid increase in demand for new intake of children. Parents in Gauteng know full well that if you want your Afrikaans child to have any chance of attending an Afrikaans school, you now have to apply almost a year in advance. This is because in Gauteng alone, there are now around 240,000 Afrikaner children attending elementary and high school, which is almost half of the total number of Afrikaner children in school today. It is estimated that a further 20% are now attending school in the Western Cape. While some of these school children are in hostels and are bound to return to family farms when they are older, as a percentage this figure is negligible. And the only other province in this country which comes even close to having just 10% of Afrikaans pupils is the Free State. And this is almost exclusively due to the fact that Bloemfontein still has a high and even increasing concentration of Afrikaners. None of the other provinces come even close to this. But while this wouldn't come as a surprise for a province like the Northern Cape, for example, where less than 2% of the country's population lives, what this means in effect is that apart from Bloemfontein itself, the entire Free State, Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, North West, Mpumalanga and Limpopo, Afrikaner pupils make up merely around 100,000 out of the estimated 9 million school children in these provinces in total. This means that a mere 1% of children are white and Afrikaans in these provinces. And this means that the number of young adults, the parents of these children, make up an almost negligible share of the population in these 6 provinces too. Ultimately, what these numbers show us is the need to fundamentally rethink and reevaluate strategies with regard to the future of our people. For decades, Afrikaners have become accustomed to thinking geographically. We ask where we once lived, where our grandparents farmed, or where we still have historical roots. But in the long run, demography only cares about one thing: where are the children? A people without many children has no future as a people. It does not matter how rich they are, how many museums they build, or how many monuments they preserve, or what the history of this people is. If there are no children or too few children, there is no future for that nation. And the opposite is equally true. Wherever the children are, that is where the future is already being built right now. In a recent video, I highlighted all the strategies behind the government's onslaught on Afrikaans schools. If you want to learn more about this topic, you can check this out by clicking on this link appearing on your screen right here. And if you like our content and appreciate it, please consider supporting the work we here at the Willem Petscher Group is doing by becoming a paying member. Invest in us by simply following these easy steps on the banner below. Goodbye and God bless.